Welcome to the Sunny Side of IRC, where we spotlight the innovative and creative programs happening all over Indian River County that are supporting our community. Welcome to another episode of the Sunny Side of IRC, where we shine a spotlight on the amazing things happening right here in Indian River County. Today, we're honored to host Wesley Davis, our property appraiser, who's going to talk to us about his roles and responsibilities in that office and a really special initiative called Stop By in July. So let's let VBTV students at Vero Beach High School take it over from here.
Hi, I'm Noah, and I'm excited to learn more about the role of the Property Appraiser's Office and its service to our community. Mr. Davis, thank you for joining us today. To start, could you explain the core responsibilities of the Property Appraiser's Office and how it serves residents of Indian River County?
Absolutely. The Property Appraiser's Office job is to put values on every piece of property in the county, and we do it exclusively for tax purposes. And so that would be what the school board would use whenever they get ready to levy their millage, their taxes on the properties in Indian River County for school purposes. They use my values, my office's values that they put on that, and marry that with their millage rates. And that's how public education is funded. That's how the county's funded. That's how the cities are funded. So that's pretty much the responsibility of my office.
Okay. What should residents understand about property exemptions and how to determine what they may qualify for?
Well, first of all, they need to understand that the most valuable exemption is the homestead exemption. And if you own a property, a residential property in Indian River County, and you establish that as your primary residence, then you're eligible for a homestead exemption. That means about $50,000 off your assessed value, but more importantly, it means that the assessed value cannot raise by more than 3% or the consumer price index, whichever is less. So in a market like we're in right now, it's obviously appreciating more than 3% on an annual basis. And so to have the opportunity to have that capped is substantial and very beneficial to people that do homestead properties in the state of Florida.
How do you ensure the office stays accessible and responsive to the needs of Indian River County residents?
Well, we are open from 8 to 5. We have a Sebastian location. We have the location right here at the County Administration Building in Building B. And we are open, like I said, from 8 to 5. But more importantly, all these exemptions, you can apply to them online. So for those that may not be able to come into the office, and actually we have had the opportunity when people just can't control or computer of any kind and can't make it in the office, we'll send somebody out to get that exemption.
Okay. Could you share how the Stop By in July initiative came to be and the goals behind this collaboration with the Indian River County Veterans Service Office?
Absolutely. Well, first of all, I knew Cindy back whenever she was my son's sponsor for her class government at Sebastian River Middle School. And so now that she's become a part of the human resource, or is it human services? That's what it is. We reached out to her because the Veterans Services is under her department. And I have a very soft spot in my heart for our veterans and for what they've done for our community and our country. And it's the veterans exemptions can be complex but we do have the opportunity for some veterans that qualify. We can reduce their assessed value down to zero. And so it's a huge savings. So what we've decided to do is with the Stop By in July campaign is to make it a one-stop shop to be able to partner with human services and the Veterans Services where we give them a spot in our office. We have a representative from our office where they can come in and go over their benefits, not just for their benefits as far as their exemptions for real estate, but also their benefits that they may be eligible for through Veteran Services. And so that's really how it started. We did it last year. It was a resounding success, and we had I believe about 21 veterans, I believe, came in, and it was on a Friday for that one day during the month of July, every Friday, and we're going to do it again.
Okay. What can veterans expect when they stop by during July? How does your office assist them during this time?
Well, basically what we do is we see to it that we have a representative from my office available. They sit down and we just ask them some questions. And they talk to us about where their situation is with the Veterans Administration. And if we need more paperwork or something to validate for those exemptions, we ask for them for that. And so sometimes if they're maybe only a 10% disabled veteran, then they may be only eligible for a 10% reduction in their assessed value. But that may change if their health status changes in that year or has changed since that first 10% that they showed us. It may go to 50%. And then I have the opportunity through my office and through the Florida law to knock it down to 50%, et cetera. And so they can expect that kind of service from my office, but also there's also there's eligibility for education opportunities, and that really falls outside of my ability to help them out. But that's where the veteran services come in. And so it keeps our veterans that have served our country honorably from having to go from one bureaucratic location to another bureaucratic location where they can get a one-stop shop and have the opportunity to, at the same time they're speaking to my office, they have the opportunity to speak to Veteran Services to get those questions answered to where we can help them get every benefit that they're eligible for.
Okay. This initiative seems like a true example of community partnership. Can you tell us how working with the Veteran Services Office enhances the impact?
Well, they have the captive audience. The veterans are there for some of those services through veterans that the Veteran Services can help them with. So while they're helping them, it's whenever we say, hey, did you know about this exemption? Did you know that there is there's exemptions for paraplegic, there's exemptions for blind, there's exemptions for low-income seniors. There's a list of exemptions. There's also exemptions for those that are in the reserves, and if they get called up to active duty in certain theaters of conflict around the world, that they're eligible for. If they're there for 365 days in those theaters of conflict, the following year I get the opportunity to knock their assessed values down to zero. If they're there for 180 days. Then I can knock their assessed value for that following year in half for half the year that they served, and that gets approved every year by the Florida legislature, and so it changes. And so it's my staff's duty to keep up with that. And one of the easiest ways for us to get in front of those people that may be eligible is to champion with Veteran Services of Indian River County through Cindy Emerson's leadership. And it's just a win-win. That's why we have this stop by in July.
Okay. What is your message to local veterans who may not be sure they qualify for any benefits or may not have contacted with your office before?
Give us a call. Give us a call at 772-226-1469, 772-226-1469, or come by and see us inside our Sebastian location or our Vera location. And if you do, tell them Wesley sent me.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Davis, for your time today. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Indian River County, where the ordinary is extraordinary. This is discovery. This is adventure. This is tranquility. This is culture. This is cuisine. This is relaxation. This is Indian River County. Plan your visit today.
If you or someone you know is a veteran in Indian River County, we hope you participate in Stop By in July, our initiative with the Property Appraiser. It will take place every Friday in July at our Vera location. Thank you, Wesley Davis, for your leadership and for serving our community and for always going the extra mile for our veterans. And a special thank you to Todd Wood and his Career and Tech class over at Vero Beach High School. We couldn't do the Sunny Side without you. We hope everyone has a great day.